Hi guys, Franck here and welcome to the FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 86 rated French in-form Franck Ribery. He has got a very nice looking card and he did cost me in the region of 40,000 coins to pick up his card. In the 4 games that I played him with, he scored me 4 goals and got me 2 assists, and he does have a 4-star big foot as well as 5-star skill moves. Then moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 92 balance, his 89 ball control, his 87 vision, and finally his 86 agility. And I did have the Hawk chemistry stat applied to this in-form Ribery card. Obviously, it's very nice to see Ribery be finally given a special card. He always gets one, typically every single FIFA, and obviously, you know, it's a big shame with Ribery because over the past few years, he's seen declines in his overall rating to the point where he's only been given an 85 rating for FIFA 19. I remember using this guy back in like FIFA 15, FIFA 14, when he had like an 89 or 88 rated card, and it was sick, man. And since then, EA have just kind of killed his card completely. But even so, he's been given a decent upgrade for his inform, which he was able to earn by scoring a brace for Bayern Munich on the weekend. And I have to say, when it comes to dribbling and passing, this card is really, really good. Pace-wise and stamina, not so much. I'm going to focus on that a little bit later on. But first of all, looking into his pros, it's going to be his finishing. I have to say, his finishing really, really impressed me. Now, I've used Ribery in the past, and I've been very disappointed when it's come to typically his finishing. He really, really struggled to finish a lot of chances for me, and in the 4 games there was only one chance which he should have really put away and didn't. But apart from that, his finishing in particular inside the box was absolutely fantastic. I loved his finesse shots. There was one really good finesse shot which he times so perfectly well that he's able to beat the goalkeeper at the near post, which is absolutely fantastic. His finishing with the Hawk chemistry does go up to 83. His attack positioning goes up to 91. Shot power goes up into the mid-80s. Long shots remains at 74, which, yeah, I guess isn't the greatest, but long shots don't matter that much for a left winger. Volleys and penalties are also upgraded into the low 90s as well. And, 4 goals in 4 games is obviously a very good return, and I couldn't fault Ribery's finishing. It was very, very decent and really actually impressed me and surprised me. For him, his second pro is going to be his dribbling. Of course, 5-star skill moves on the card means he's very easy to be able to go and beat players. Obviously, he's at a small height of 5'7" as well. He's very agile thanks to the 86 agility and 92 balance, as well as the 89 ball control. 84 reactions and 85 composure is also very, very nice, and it's so easy to be able to beat this guy. Yes, he does lack in pace, but don't get me wrong, his pace, if you put a chem style to increase his pace, which I do with the Hawk chem style, his pace doesn't feel as bad as what the card shows it to have at 79. His pace is actually still not great, but not that bad at the same time. He's more than capable of being able to take on left backs with his pace. Not always, but on most occasions he can certainly put up a good fight when it comes to his pace. But he's got that good star, the good 5-star skill moves and the really nice balance and agility to be able to beat players. If he lacks in that pace at times, he's got those stats to be able to beat them, which is obviously very, very nice. And I have to say, dribbling a second pro to the card. And then his final pro is going to be his passing. 2 assists in 4 games from a left winger position is once again very, very decent. 86 short passing and 87 vision is very, very nice. And the 75 long passing, don't get me wrong, obviously isn't great for a left winger card, but even so, it's not the most critical stats to look at. Also, his 85 curve and his 82 crossing are also pretty decent as well. Now, that does come to an end of the pros to this card. I have to say, on his pace, once again, yeah, it's not the biggest. It obviously doesn't look great for the card for a left winger position. I talked a lot in the past about pace being critical for a left winger, but with the Hawk chem style, his acceleration goes to 84 and his sprint speed goes to 83. Now, you can work with that. I don't care what anyone says saying that's not good enough stats. Don't get me wrong, obviously 84 acceleration and 84 and 83 sprint speed aren't the greatest. I 100% agree with that, but you can definitely work with that. There's no reason why that's going to be that much of an issue, and I wouldn't let his pace put you off the card whatsoever. But the main issue to me, and makes him literally unusable in FUT Champions if you want to have a good finish in FUT Champions, is the 60 stamina. It makes the card just pretty much unusable from the 70th to 75th minute onwards. It depends how you want to try and conserve his stamina throughout the game, which is obviously very difficult to do for a winger because they typically are the team that, or are the player that does kind of the most running throughout a game, certainly sprint-wise anyway, and he struggles towards the back end of the game. If you're in a situation in FUT Champions where you're trying to get a late goal to grab a winner, to maybe draw the game level, to get into extra time, he's just not going to be the main guy for you on that left-hand side, and I just can't recommend him for that reason. Don't get me wrong, if you want to use him, for FUT Rivals or anything like that, which is a more kind of, that's still a competitive game mode, but it's a lot more casual than FUT Champions, and I think he would be a lot better for that. But personally, I would not dare take this card into FUT Champions, because that stamina would just really affect me, and essentially would mean that I'd be almost playing with 10 men you know, and obviously that's something that I personally wouldn't want, and I know for a fact it's something that you guys wouldn't want either. So, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good parts to this card, and if you want to use him in FUT Rivals, be my guest, but I just don't recommend to use him in FUT Champions. Overall, though, what rating would I give him? I give him a 7 out of 10. Most parts he's very, very good, but that stamina just absolutely kills this card, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, that's going to finish off this player. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.